4-5. Graphing Inequalities, day 1. Okay. This stuff is brand new information. Listen. Shh, not for you. Brand new information, so it's really important that you're paying attention. Okay. We're graphing inequalities. What's different about today?
Graphing. We're graphing.
We're graphing on a graph. Okay, what else is different?
There's no equal.
There's no equal sign. Please stop. What else is different?
There's only one number.
Than what we've been doing. What have we been doing?
Are we shading?
Solving. No, that's not
Solving equalities.
What's different about this part right here?
Y and X.
A y and an x. Okay, look right here. Okay, right here. This is what you've been doing, an x only. You've only been working with x. Okay? And then when you had just x, you had a number line. Freeze. Please stop. Put your feet down. When you had just one variable, then you had the number line. Okay? You with me? 1x, one variable, the number line. Today, we have two variables. So we're going to be graphing it on a graph. Okay? Are you with me? Now, look here. Remember how we shade? Remember how we shaded? Anytime you have these symbols, you have to shade. We're going to be doing the exact, not the exact same thing, but we're going to be shading on your graph. Okay? So what I want you to do first is I want you to turn this over to the very back bottom, right here. Okay. Now, there's two types of lines that you can have. Okay? One line, I'm trying to find a piece of paper. Okay, one line that you could have could look like this. Here's my regular graph. Regular graph, x, y. And just a regular line. That's one way you can have a line. Okay? A new way that you could have a line is like this today. X, y. You could have a dashed line. Okay? So you could have a solid line or a dashed line. There's two different ways. Look. Okay? Now, I got to decide what determines the difference.
Oh.
Okay, well, look right here. Hold on. Look. Remember this? If you did not have a line under the symbol, look even. If you did not have a line under the symbol, what type of dot did you have? Open. If you have a solid line under the symbol, you have a solid dot. Okay? So for today, you have a solid line or a dashed line.
Wow.
Okay? Here we go. So, we're going to start right here. What type of line would this symbol right here have? Dashed. There's not a line under the symbol, so I would have a dashed line like on the board right here. Okay? Look at the second one. What type of line would this be? Dashed. The third one. It's got a solid line under the symbol, so you would have a solid line on your graph. What are you doing? Are you doing something?
No.
Okay. Put your phone away. Your phone's out. So, solid line under the symbol, solid line on the graph. And the last one, solid.
Solid.
Okay. Now, I'm going to shade. I told you guys. Like on these problems, you either shade to the left or to the right. Well, on these ones, I only have a number line. Today, we're talking about a graph. So, when I shade, I'm either going to shade above the line or below the line. I either shade above the line or below the line. Okay, now I got to decide, how do I determine that? Well, how do you say this symbol? Less than. So if it's less than, it's going to be below. How do you say this symbol?
Greater than.
Greater than. So that would be above. How do you say this symbol?
Less than or equal to.
Less than or equal to. So that would be below because it's less than. How do you say this one? Above. Or greater than. So it would be above. Above or equal to. Okay. Questions so far? Does everybody understand what type of line and how to shade? Either above or below. Okay, dashed or solid line, depending if it has a line under the symbol or not. Above or below, depending if it's greater than or less than. Okay, flip it over. Let's go to the front. Okay, so review. Less than, I want you to write the symbols. How would they look? Less than is like this. Less than or equal to. Greater than. Greater than or equal to. Okay, your boundary line is your solid or dashed line. If it's solid, it's got the line under the symbol. If it's dashed, it does not. My solution set is the ordered pairs, so the ordered pairs in shaded region. So for something to be a solution, it's got to be in the shaded region. Okay, you know how we're going to shade? Above or below? So for it to be a solution, it's got to be in that area.
Let's say region.
Region. In the shaded region.
So it's plus B.
Okay, make sure you're writing with me. Okay, y. This is the same thing. Y equals mx plus b.
B is our slope? No, B is our y-intercept.
Okay, so m. What is my m?
Slope.
Okay, it's the number in front of x. So what number is in front of x? 1. So because I'm graphing, I have to write it as a fraction. So how do I write 1 as a fraction? 1 over 1. What's my b? 2. Positive 2. Okay, what type of line? Solid or dashed? Why? How do you know?
Because there's no line.
Because there's not a line under it, so this would be dashed.
And then it's going to be
How do you say the symbol?
greater.
Greater than, so it will be above. Can I tell if something's a solution yet? No, it's got to be in the shaded region. Have I shaded anything? No, so I can't tell yet. All right, label your x and y axis.
X.
And you're going to graph exactly how you've learned how to graph. So you start with your b. Where does b go? 2 on the what axis? Y. Is your slope positive or negative? Positive. So am I going to go up or down?
Up.
Up, and then which way?
Down.
Up 1, and then
Over 1.
right 1. Always run to the right. Up 1,
Wait.
right 1. Up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1.
2.
Then the opposite way. Yeah, it's on 2. What type of line? Dashed. Okay, so make sure you draw a dashed line. Okay, which way do we shade? Above.
This is actually pretty easy, though. Is it? It's like a pretty
It's not
easy
too bad.
concept.
You guys know how. You should know how to do all of it except
For
the
zero,
new
zero,
part
zero.
is the line type and the shade, and if it's a solution. Okay? Is 0, 0 a solution? Okay, so if I go plot 0, 0 right here in the middle, is this a solution?
No.
No. Is it in the shaded region? No. So no, it is not a solution. It's not in the shaded region. Xanon?
Yeah.
Put it away.
Take it.
Do you not have your phone out?
I do, but I wasn't on it.
Okay. Well, it looked like you were from the way that you were last time. I'm sorry. If you didn't have it out the first time, I wouldn't have thought you had it out the second time. Okay, here we go. Number 2. Oh wait, let's review real quick. My line type determines if it's dashed or solid if it has a line under the symbol. Did he have a smile? Why are you laughing?
No, it's like on my leg, but that's it.
Okay, we'll put it away. I don't want it on your leg.
It's upside down.
Dang.
No, put it in your bag so I don't have to yell at you on accident again. Okay. Okay. Solid or dashed determines if there is a line under the symbol. Shading above or below determines if it's greater than or less than. Okay? All right, number 2. Y equals mx plus b. What's my m? 1/2. What's my b?
-2.
-2. My line type,
So,
solid or dashed?
Dash.
Is there a line under the symbol?
No.
Nope, so dashed.
Shade.
How do you say this symbol? Less than, so that would be
Below.
below. Okay. Can I determine if 0, 0 is a solution?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. We have to shade it. Okay. What do I start with?
-2.
Label your axis first, and then -2 on which axis? Y. Good job. Is your slope positive or negative?
Positive.
Slope is positive. Up or down?
Up.
Up. How many?
Up 1/2.
1 over which way?
Right.
Right. 2. Good. And you guys told me which kind of line?
Dash.
Dashed. So make sure you exaggerate your dash. I want to be able to see that it's dashed. And you guys told me which way am I going to shade?
Below.
Below.
Oh.
Okay, 0, 0. Is it a solution? So here's my dot.
No.
Is it a solution? No. It's not in the shaded region. Okay, wait, one more, right here. 4, -2.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, down 2.
Yep.
Is this dot a solution?
Yes.
Yes, it's in the shaded region. Got it?
Excuse me.
Okay, before you turn it over, I want to check them. I'm going to teach you how to check it. We're kind of getting the hang of it, right?
Yeah, this is easy.
Okay,
actually.
now, we're going to check it in the calculator. When you're working today, I want you to do it first, then check it. Does that make sense? Each problem. Do one problem, check it. Do one problem, check it. Okay, so look at example 1. Turn your calculators on. New document. No, we never want to save.
We never want to save.
Okay, go to a graph. This has an equal sign. Are we using an equal sign? Do this with me. Do this with me.
You just replace the equal sign.
Okay, so delete the equal sign. Now, is y by itself on my paper?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to choose one of them that the y is by itself, 1 through 5.
2.
Then I got to match it. So y has the alligator mouth open to the y. So on the calculator, I got to pick the one that's open to the y. So number 4. Then I just do x plus 2 behind it. And then enter.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Okay, does that match number 1?
Yes.
Yes. Can you look and see that it's dashed? Can you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell that it's dashed. Okay? Did y'all get it?
Yeah.
Well, I was 2 in there, but yeah, I was doing number 2 on it.
Okay, that's okay. We're about to do it now. Okay, so let's check number 2. Go to a brand new graph.
Yeah.
Do we want the equal sign? No, so delete it. Is y by itself on my paper? Yes, so I need to choose 1 through 5. Now the alligator mouth is going the other way. So what number do I want?
2.
Number 2 matches. Then I do 1/2 x minus 2. Enter. Does that match our graph?
Yeah.
Yes, and you can tell that it's a dashed line. Questions? Should you miss these problems on your test?
No.
No.
These are easy.
Okay, because the calculator does it for you. All right, number 3. Flip it over. Here we go. All right, number 3. What's different about number 3?
Oh my goodness. The y is not alone.
Good. So y is not by itself.
We gotta do some math.
We got to do some math in math class. Crazy, right? So what do I need to do?
You're killing me.
They're killing me.
What do I need to do?
All me do is
Get the y by itself. Draw your line. Levi, please stop. Get y by itself. So what do I need to move?
The x.
The 3x. How do I move a 3x?
Minus.
Minus 3x.
Minus 3 is not like.
So y less than or equal to negative 3x plus 1.
And now it's alone.
Now y is by itself.
Dang. That's so
Okay.
simple.
So now this is the same thing. Y equals mx plus b. Shh. Listen. Okay, what's my m? Negative 3, but I got to write it as a fraction, so how do I write it? Negative 3 over 1. What's my b? 1. You're getting what? Anxious?
No.
What type of line? Solid or dashed?
solid.
Why solid?
Because it's less than or equal to.
Solid line under the symbol, solid line on the graph. Am I going to shade above or below?
Below.
Why?
It's negative.
It's less than or equal to. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Label your axis, x and y.
Or that one on
Y.
1 on the y, right? That's where I'm going to start with the b.
Yep,
Okay, positive or negative slope?
down,
It's negative, so I got to go down how many?
down 3.
3 to the right 1. Then go the opposite. And you guys told me solid line, so it's going to be a straight line, just like normal.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You guys told me below. Some people have a hard time determining if it's which side is above or below when the line is almost straight. Okay? So what I say is put your pencil on a dot. And we want to go below the dot. So if you go below the dot, that's the area that you're shading. Okay?
We should know this.
Well, sometimes it's hard to tell.
Oh, I should have done wrong.
Oh, yeah. You should know it.
I did.
Uh-huh.
I did you're right.
Okay. Is 0, 0 a solution right here?
No.
Yes, yes.
Is this in the shaded region?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, what if it's a straight up and down line though?
We'll talk about those.
That is
Not today.
very
No.
Not today.
right now. In chemistry.
Okay. Let's check it. Everybody do this one in the calculator with me.
Then we'd be filling in left or right.
Yep.
Oh, crap.
All right. Now, listen to what I'm about to say. When you plug something in the calculator like today, you always plug in, are y'all listening?
Yes.
You're not, because you're on your calculators. Okay. When you plug in something into your calculator, you always plug in the original problem. Why would I not plug in my work?
Because,
I'll give it 15.
Do we make mistakes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay? And that's okay that we make mistakes. But when you're plugging it into the calculator, always do the one that doesn't have a mistake. That doesn't even have the option to having a mistake. Okay, so what I'm talking about is I want to plug in what it gives me instead of what I got. Okay? So right here, I don't need the equal sign, so delete it. But in the original problem, is y by itself? No. So I need to go to relation. So everybody go to relation. Okay, plug it in how it looks. 3x plus y. And I got to go get this symbol. Are you doing this with me, Ethan? Okay. So right here under the control, where the equal button is, you got to hit control equal. And it will pop up your symbols. And you're going to match your symbol. So less than or equal to 1. Graph it. And there's my line. Everybody got it? Got it? Any questions? Did anybody not get this?
No.
You didn't get it?
No, I'm saying like.
You got it. Okay. Are we good? Okay. So why did we use relation on this one? Because the y is not by itself. Okay, here we go. Last one.
I'm gonna.
Shh. You got to write small on this one. Write small. Draw your lines. Write small. All right, what do I get rid of first? How do I get rid of the negative x?
Less.
Add x. Write small. Negative y less than or equal to x plus 4.
And it's not alone.
It's y by itself.
No, we have that negative.
Divide it.
No, what do I need to do?
One.
Divide by
One.
negative 1. Because there's a negative sign in front of the y. What happens when you divide by a negative?
Everything from the top.
The sign changes.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
So y greater than or equal to negative x minus 4. Okay, I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to rewrite it right here. Y greater than or equal to negative x minus 4. Okay,
Bro, that iPhone 15 is gonna be
y equals mx plus b. So what's my m? What's m?
Negative 1 over 1.
Negative 1 over 1. What's b?
Negative
4.
Negative 4. What type of line?
Solid.
Solid. Solid line under the symbol, solid line on the graph. Now, when I pick which way to shade, I pick my answer.
Yeah.
So how would I shade with this answer?
Above.
This is greater than, so I need to shade above. All right, here we go. Label your x's, x, y. Start with your b, negative 4 on the y-axis.
Go down one end.
Positive or negative slope?
Negative.
Negative. So I got to go down because it's negative to the right 1. Then go the opposite. What part? Did you tell me to wait?
Oh, no, I was,
Okay.
I was saying wait, because I was trying to figure out which one it was. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Solid line. So draw a regular line.
Are you sure it's a solid one?
Yes. Don't question me like that. You made me second guess myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Above or below? Above.
0, 0 is a solution.
Yes, it is.
Okay. 0, 0 right here in the middle. Is that a solution?
Yep.
Yes, it's in the shaded region.
What
What about negative 5, negative 3?
No.
Is that in the shaded region?
No.
No. Okay, tape that in, and we're going to work on our practice. Any questions?
No.
This is one of my favorite things to teach.
It's so simple.
I know, I did the same thing. I put this one.
You have to hit him in the